No matter which way you come at it, hard rock is always at the end of a very long road, literally and metaphorically. Getting a place in the lottery takes patience. My first time doing hard rock was in 2018. That took 45 hours and 40 minutes. Yeah. It had taken me almost a decade to get in that first time. The problem is, hard rock is like a drug. If you try it once, you end up going to extraordinary lengths to get more, just to come back for that thrill of adventure. Never mind that never again finish line bullshit. Given the chance, I'd have signed up then and there after that first finish. Yet the lottery is difficult. In the intervening years, there was a pandemic and a snow-cancelled race, all of which meant it took me another 6 years to find my way back to Silverton. I'll often run with my GoPro, not just with the intention of making a video, but because often I forget a lot of what goes on in the race over those 48 hours. The videos help me to piece together what really went down out there. So this wasn't the video I'd hoped to make. One of an epic, wild and tough adventure in the high mountains, followed maybe by an emotional finish a comfortable few hours ahead of cut-off. Somewhere on that last climb, around 90 miles in, the wheels well and truly came off, but we're jumping way ahead.
Yeah, it seems like some people have snuck in, do you think? Yeah. Just to, like, they want a chance to...
Just printed a bib out real quick.
Yeah.
150, something like that. Have fun out there.
Yeah, you too. Cheers. Yeah, even for Courtney it must be hard. Although it's hard for not quite as long. This is the proper live stream, never mind the Joel. Hey, good work, guys. Oh, Christ. Quick update, not far off Chapman aid station, fair bit slower than 2018. Puke update, was sick just before KT, a little bit after KT, and then on the just before the summit of Grant Swamp. There was a couple of times, I think it's 3 altogether. Good fun coming down the I think it's Grant Swamp Pass, up past Island Lake, and then the Joel Zucker Memorial. Not feeling great, has to be said. A little bit worried I'm slower, but my heart rate is through the roof, so I can't like prudently go any quicker without redlining. So, see what happens. Just coming up to the final peak after Chapman, second aid station. So in between Chapman now and Telluride. So when I summit here, it'll be a nice downhill to Telluride. I think I've just puked for the 4th time. Could be the 5th, which is probably the only reason I can really talk to the camera, is I'm just having that bit of the rally after puking. But fuck, I can hardly breathe. Wow. That's the final summit. A bit of a scramble up there, but there's people just on that last little bit up to the top there, and then down into Telluride. Mm. 219. Oh my god. Are you a sight for sore eyes and sore legs and oh, thanks guys.
Come on in. Where can we get you? Take a seat if you want. Have a seat.
Oh my god. Oh, fuck.
Water bottles?
Governor's Aid Station, mile 36.3. There's a deer up there. It's not a bear, but a deer. Looks like it's just come out the river. Okay, that's watch your head. Hey Siri, stop playing. This is the top of the, almost the top. There's a little kicker just behind, which I can't face without I sit down first. It's the top of the climb out of Uray and Engineer, and then after that 4.5 miles down to Hanover's Falls, hopefully fairly stable jeep track. It's the top of Handy's. It's 14,000 and something feet. There's a little bit of weather coming in from here, so good time to get down.
So that's where the GoPro race footage stops. Instead, this is an easier climb as the cable car rises effortlessly up to Telluride Mountain Village, where after Hardrock, whether you finish or not, you can get some rehab in one of the sublime hotel spas. In the race, I dumped my GoPro in my drop bag in Uray during the first night in an attempt to shed some weight from my pack. I took a bit of video on my iPhone, but that never quite works when you're getting tired and closer to cut-off. So trying to remember what happened out there on that second night is a bit of detective work from the cut-off times, aid station check-in times and my GPS watch. After Handy's peak, I thought I was still making good progress. I made it to Sherman aid station at 72 miles in good time and left with over 90 minutes on the cut-off. I normally luxuriate, some say faff, in aid stations, enjoying the food and banter after being alone on the mountain. So it was a measure of my need to press on that I was recorded as spending just 6 minutes at the Pole Creek aid station at mile 82, by which time it was properly dark again on the second night. I left Cunningham, the last aid station, at 93 miles, some 50 minutes ahead of cut-off. On paper, 4 hours and 40 minutes to make the final 9 miles up and over the last major climb of the race seemed entirely doable. My legs felt good and my feet fine, and I hadn't puked in ages. But my head was gone in weird hallucinations. I vaguely remember looking for the entrance to the elevator at the bottom of the climb, then stopping halfway up, becoming convinced I'd gone wrong, perhaps in life as much as on the course, that I'd never be able to get down. If I continued climbing, I panicked, I'd end up stuck at the top of a mountain for the rest of my life. I could see the course markers and the GPS course line on my watch, but was unable to make sense of either. My GPS track showed me wandering randomly back and forward across the mountain in search of I don't know what. When I finally pulled myself free of the sleep demons as the sun rose, I dithered away too much time. For a brief hour or so I thought I might actually make it, and was running hard downhill on the dirt road back to Silverton. It's the hope that kills you in the end. If you think the road to Hardrock is long, it's nothing compared to the road down from Little Giant Pass to Silverton when you know you've missed the cut-off. But oddly, those final miles in the early morning, alone on the trail, were not unhappy miles. They offered some of the greatest clarity of the race. I can picture the perfect blue skies and crisp morning air, even better without the GoPro video. I finally arrived back at the finish line some 50 minutes past cut-off. Not an official finisher, but having covered every inch of the course just the same. In those last 50 minutes, I realised that the path didn't end in Silverton, at least not yet. It just keeps going. Hardrock is like a drug, and not one that you want to quit. It might be a wandering, circuitous road, it might be another 6 years or another 10, but it's an epic road to follow, and it still always leads back to Silverton.